The hunt for Shiny Clauncher continues, and we're starting off the video with a Shiny Clauncher right here. Never mind. I was really hoping that would work, but oh well. We only have 2 days left in this whole beach week to try to get ourselves a Shiny Clauncher off of one of the researches, or even more rare in the wild. And you know I want that Shiny Living Dex. I just want to get one of them just so I can have it. So we're gonna continue to this grind and see how it goes. I've got 3 quests, and the first one is not it. I know it's a 1 in 500 odd chance of this happening, but we are doing quite a bit of checks nowadays, and I believe we're getting close to 500 encounters too, so this should be it right here. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, 1 in 500 doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to get it within 500. It just means it's gonna take that many plus more possibly to get it. But sometimes you can just get lucky and you go like 20 encounters in and you get it. That's RNG. I'm sure you may have noticed that there's a ton of Azelfs, or if you live in Europe, a whole bunch of Mesprits, or if you live in the APAC region, a whole bunch of Utsies everywhere. The reason why they're doing this is because they made a mistake with the remote rates. Apparently, the shiny rates were lower. So Niantic actually decided to give back all the remote passes that people had used on these raids and decided that Sunday was just gonna be a day filled to the brim with these things. I'm definitely happy with the compensation, though I will say I'm not overly a fan of seeing these things everywhere, mostly because we have Shadow Articuno raids and now they're completely taken over by this legendary. But in the end of the day, I'm glad that they're actually working on good compensation. 3 more of these checks, and might I say, it is really hot out here today. Like, I think it's in the 90s. Either that or I'm just becoming a wimp, but man, like, I'm sweating like crazy. Here's the final encounter. Please be red like me? No. Finally, another wild encounter of this thing. It's not red though, so whatever. I do wish that they just upped the spawn rate of these things by a little bit. Like, honestly, on the little, infographic thing, they said Mantine and one other Pokemon were gonna be like really hard to find and everything else was gonna be somewhat common. This thing should have been on there so we could at least get our expectations in order. Because I really felt like this thing was going to actually be around far more. Not like super common, because obviously it was a brand new shiny. And when they introduce new shinies like this, it's always a little rarer to find in the wild. But this one just feels just a tad too rare. But like I've mentioned in previous videos, I do like how common these researches are. The only downside to this is that if you live in an area with not a lot of stops, like a rural player or something like that, you're not seeing a lot of these anyways. But it is nice to have these decently common and the fact that they're easy to complete. But number 1 is not shiny. I think I just saw a Lapras right here. Yeah, that's cool. We instanced it apparently, but it's not shiny. Research number 2 in this little thing is going to be not red. And the last one, see what we get from this. It's not it, whatever. Found a nice shady spot to check these ones. It's just so hot today. For all of you that wonder why I sweat so much in these videos, for one, I live in Florida and it's really hot here and humid. So anytime I can get some shade, I'm just down. But let's see what we get with these. This is not red. I just want 1 boiled lobster just to see it at this point. Like, obviously I want to complete the set, but I just want to have 1 so I can say I have the 1, but it's just not happening here. 3 more in the parking garage, and boy, is it just nice and cool in here too. I feel like there's an air conditioning running. Either that or the sun's just being blocked and it gets cooler anyways, but boy, does it feel good. What about you? You are not it still. Please give me some love in the comments. Give me that shiny energy, because I really need this thing. I'm happy to say some clouds came out, so we have a little bit of shade everywhere, which is just fantastic. You're not red. Okay. Number 2. And Trace is. Ay, ay, ay. Bottom one's first this time, and we're gonna be getting ourselves... moving up with the top one. No. Middle one, how about you? Wild lobster right here. 1, 2, 3 CP, not broiled. Wild lobster yet again. This time though, it's still not shiny. Perfectly fine. We've still got 3 encounters here, so maybe this will be good. Number 1 is a no. Number 2, also a no. And the last one. My goodness. 3 more with more clouds above, making it nice and cool. But you know what would be really cool if it were shiny for once, huh? No? Okay. I swear I'm not losing my mind over this. I'm not. I really am not. I'm not. And now after a long grind, it's time to pick heavy stuff up and put them back down with Goku at the gym. But
I don't pick up heavy things.
You're right. He picks up heavy things. I pick up mildly. We. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say we. You pick up. This guy can curl like 55-pound weights, not easily. I'm not gonna be like, oh, he does it like nothing, but you can do it. So that's pretty good.
There's people stronger than me.
Well, of course, there's people stronger than both of us. But I did manage to get 1 task here. Go ahead, Goku, since you're the big, strong man here. You can get me a fried or boiled. Yeah, it's not boiled. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I want it to happen. Maybe it will, but maybe not today, because I'm gonna work out, have some dinner, kind of chill for a little bit, but tomorrow's the final day of the event, and we'll see what happens. It's now the next day and we're back on the hunt, but we're starting off with a shiny. We've got ourselves a shiny Finneon, which is cool. This is the second one that I've incensed, which is nice, though I would love to just incense one of these freaking Claunchers. But this is one of the more rarer shinies out there because it's only been released once before during a safari zone. Or again, if you live next to a coastal city, then you're probably seeing a few of these here and there. But let's take a look at this thing. Since we incensed it, it could be good possibly. It's not, but it could have been. And here's the first 3 Clauncher checks of today, which is the last day, so hopefully these will work out, but this one didn't. We've been putting in a lot of effort. It would be nice, but it's not happening here. And then this one is not it, unfortunately, geez. Hopefully we're gonna get it today, seeing that today is the last day of the event. But before we go out and hunt even more of these things, I'm thinking we need to increase our shiny luck somehow. And luckily, Jinya's right over there, so let's get some ramen.
Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are.
And now that we're all filled up on some ramen, I'm feeling it. We're gonna get that shiny luck. I've got 3 of them here, even though one of them isn't fully completed yet, but this isn't shiny. Number 2, please be red. It's not, okay. And here's the last one. Please, I'm begging you here. It's not it. It is just as hot today as it was yesterday, and it doesn't look like there's gonna be any storm clouds either, so this is gonna be rough. But not as rough as these shiny odds. Come on, please. My buddy Goku literally got one while lying in bed, just as a wild spawn, so it would be nice if I could get one. Next up, we've got the middle one here. Come on, coralish red. A friend of mine said it looks more like coral than it does red, so okay. But either way, we're not seeing it. Yep, maybe though this one. No, not. We're gonna do the bottom one underneath the overpass, and it doesn't matter. We'll do the top one next. You're gonna be not red. And lastly, ay.
For me, I'm madly in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, one for me. Baby, for me. I'm madly in love with you.
Okay, this is really cool. We got a huge shiny Zigzagoon. That's amazing. And it has the same exact color scheme as the Clauncher, so you know what? We could just pretend this is a Clauncher, right? After all the suffering, at least we got something kind of cool here. But I do love getting XXL and XXS shinies just because it's kind of fun. It's different. It doesn't really mean anything in the end of the day, but it's still cool. Now let's take a look at these things IVs. It's terrible. All right, a 066, but still cool to see it. Now that we got that red, white, and blue Zigzagoon, let's get the same colors on this Clauncher right here. Come on, baby, be it, please. Oh, well, it's another huge one. That's hilarious. Not bad IVs either. 466 at the hundo, so this one's probably pretty decent. For fun, we'll take a look at its IVs, because, I mean, why not, right? It is a 463. Oh, my God, that's not bad at all. 15, 15, 13. That's really cool for an XXL. Next up, what are you gonna be, my friend? Not shiny. And here's the last one. You never know. I mean, you could probably put it together that it wouldn't happen, but there was a 1 in 500 chance. 3 more. Oh, this was a hard one to get these, but this one isn't shiny. By the end of this video, you're gonna see how many encounters we had, but this one's also not shiny. I do hope it happens at least once today. It doesn't. I don't freaking believe it. Wild, shiny Clauncher. Oh my goodness, and my sunscreen's wearing off, so I probably look just as red as this thing does, but I can't believe we actually found one. I'm gonna golden raspberry. I'm gonna try to hit this thing with the best throw I can. That was not a very good one, but hopefully we'll catch it. It is a big one. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Oh God, I am so happy. Like honestly, if we don't get another one for the rest of this event, I don't care. We got the singular shiny Clauncher, and it's maybe PvP eligible. I would imagine that this thing probably gets a little too big, but maybe for Ultra League? Oh man, I cannot believe it. I'm exhausted, I am sweating like crazy, I'm sure you can tell, but we freaking got it, man. Oh, I gotta get some water. Before we click on any more Claunchers though, I wanna look at the Pokedex and see that we have seen 910 of them, and we started with 241, which means that was 669 checks. That's a nice number, but not in this blazing hot sun. But I just am so happy. Like, if we don't get another one, I don't care, you know, eventually we'll get it, but just the fact that we got this one after such an intense grind on the final freaking day of this event, like, I'm losing a little bit. I need to get some water. Got another random shiny. We got ourselves a shiny Swablu, totally down, or a Swa Yellow, because, you know, obviously it's not blue anymore. Definitely a fun thing to run into. I've been doing a few more Clonster researches, yada yada. I'm only going to show you highlights from this point on, and I'll show you the final count as where we got to. But this guy is, wow, okay, 10, 14, 11. That's not bad at all. And now the beach week is officially over. At least it's been over for about an hour now, but no more Clauncher quests in the wild, though. Apparently they're still spawning, which is nice. But I do have 2 more quests, so let's do them. See if we get a last minute shiny from these, but I highly doubt it. We did a lot of these, so it sure would be swell if one of them decided to be shiny. Yeah, neither one of them. That's perfectly fine. We did get the one in the wild. And in case you're curious how many more Claunchers I was able to run into, apparently we were able to run into 37 more of them. Let me know in the comments down below, did you manage to get yourself a shiny Clauncher? Did you get it near the beginning, near the end, or did you not get it at all? Please let me know. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me, show me some love, and if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video right over here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.